What up, Hyperchange? Welcome to another episode. Today we're talking about Facebook's newest product, which is a hardware video chatting device. This was just announced. It's going on sale in November this year, just in time for the holidays. I think it's a really interesting move because it's the first time we've actually seen Facebook's social network division put out a physical product for consumer sale. Now, this product was rumored to come out much earlier in 2018, but then with the whole Cambridge Analytica scandal, it got pushed back, and apparently they're unveiling it now. So this new device by Facebook is basically a tablet with a stand. It's called the Portal. It comes in two sizes, Portal and Portal Plus. The Portal's $200. The Portal Plus is $350. And the name of the game here is all about video chatting. The entire premise of this device is to make it super easy to video chat through Facebook's platform with anyone else on their network. And it has a ton of really interesting features, which I actually think are going to make it a very compelling product from just a usefulness perspective. I mean, it has this entire software system where you can walk anywhere in the room. The camera will follow you, zoom in on you, always be readjusting and setting the frame. So, they're taking a lot of the friction and pain point out of the normal way that you could, interact via Skype, let's say. So for now, they say they're just focusing on video chat, but you can get your mind racing with all sorts of different ideas for the screen real estate on these tablets as Facebook evolves. I mean, eventually you could check your news feed on Facebook, which means it's easier to check their platform, which means they're serving more ads. Their move with IGTV recently to get into longer form video content. Additionally, what Facebook's doing with Facebook Watch. I mean, they clearly want to get into this long form video content niche, and owning a screen in your house is a great way to get people watching long form video content. So there's a ton of different interesting angles and avenues to expand here for Facebook, but the biggest question mark on everybody's mind is privacy. Now, like I said, they delayed this product because of the Cambridge Analytica scandal, and they were worried that these privacy concerns would hurt sales of the product. I guess they feel like that's blown over now. I would argue that Facebook's brand is still pretty tarnished from a privacy perspective, especially since they just announced a 50 million account hack, something like last week. But so they have this whole page on the website dedicated to the privacy of the device. They even have this little cover thing you can put over the camera of the device, so you're really sure that no one's messing with it. I mean, they even have a button on the device, just like Alexa does, where you immediately hard turn off the microphone and the camera of the device. And so they're trying to really focus on privacy and sell that aspect of it because they know people are going to be concerned. But I personally am not buying it. And this is kind of why I really wanted to make this episode, was just get some feedback from the hyperchangers. This device looks super compelling and useful in a lot of ways, but it's expensive. And do you trust Facebook, the corporation, to have a microphone and a camera in your house, which who the hell knows what's going on? So I don't know. I personally would not want this in my house at all. I don't think I just don't trust Facebook. I don't think there's compelling enough of a use case to really make me want it. But I mean, Facebook's a huge company. I'm going to be really fascinated to see how they distribute this product. Is it going to be in physical stores? Is it mostly going to be online? Are they going to have people demoing it? I'm just really curious how this is all going to play out because, like I said, Facebook's first hardware product. Now, you may be asking, will this have a financial impact on Facebook, the company? How much do they need to sell to boost the stock price, let's say? Well, Facebook, to put things in context, did over $40 billion in revenue. They have about $40 billion in cash. I mean, this is a huge company that's growing like crazy. They would have to sell an absurd amount of these devices for it to make any sort of impact on their financial statement. I mean, just a quick calculation here. Let's say the average selling price of a Portal's $250, somewhere in the middle there. They sell 10 million devices a year. That would only be $2.5 billion in revenue. That would still be about 5% of Facebook's overall revenue and shrinking. So, it's going to be, and do I think they're going to sell 10 million of these devices? Probably not for a long time unless this really takes off. I mean, Amazon, to put things in perspective, in terms of Echo device sales, according to this article I found, through August 2018, had sold about 50 million Echo devices total. And so that just shows into context, for Facebook to have this really have a financial sort of impact on the company, it would have to be as popular as Alexa devices are today, which definitely is feasible. I mean, Facebook has 2 billion people using its platform around the world every month and logging in. So that is a lot of potential customers for this new product. And on a side note here, Facebook gets a ton of sort of hate and just sort of, a lot of skepticism and hatred in the media these days for the company's brand and for what they're doing and, what are their intentions as a company. But what I really think is really interesting is Facebook's mission at its core is to connect people around the globe. And I actually kind of give Facebook the benefit of the doubt with this product because it just really makes it more seamless to connect with almost anyone on the planet that you can instantly pull up in video chat. It removes all the friction of focusing, of the audio, of following you around the room. Like, it just makes it easier to connect with people that are important to you. And so from that perspective, I love what they're doing with this product here. And on the flip side, and building on that, I see a huge untapped potential. The biggest potential customer for this portal thing is got to be old people, grandparents who, Skype is too hard for them, but they just want to see their grandkids or, their kids or whatever, family, relatives, friends. Like, I just think for older people who are starting to use Facebook, that's probably how Facebook's making most of its money these days. Young people aren't using it, but that older crowd, I think is really going to love this product because it just genuinely makes it easier to connect with people. So I think that's a fascinating angle. And I think the angle of Facebook establishing a hardware presence in your home is a huge, sort of moat that they're building. So many different ways that Facebook can interact with you, and they take away that middleman of your laptop or your smartphone, whether that's an Apple or Google device, to get to the consumer. And I think removing friction to the consumer is what these tech companies are all about. So it makes a ton of sense from that perspective. If you think about the voice first era, when we're going to be, everything is going to be connected and talking is going to be the main way we interact with the digital world, this sort of Alexa first world, Facebook needs to have hardware in the home to have a place in that future, I think, or it's going to get left behind. And that's what they're doing here, which makes it even more interesting that they're actually partnering with Amazon Alexa and integrating Alexa into this portal device, which is, and Amazon has been unveiling more and more of its own Echo devices, some of which with screens which look almost exactly like this Facebook device. So Amazon and Facebook are competing, yet Alexa's in this Facebook portal. I don't think this partnership or relationship is going to last in the way that it looks today for much longer. So it'll be really interesting to see how that evolves. So I think this is just a huge push from Facebook's end to get into long form video. That is the future. Mark Zuckerberg has said we're in the golden era of television content. There's going to be an explosion of just amazing video stuff happening. That's where the future is. People don't want to interact with pictures anymore. They want video. And I think this is a smart play to sort of step in that direction as well. So a ton of interesting stuff going on with this Facebook portal product. Would love to know what you think in the comments below. Are you going to buy it? Are you going to pass? Is it worth it? Are you freaked out about privacy? Let me know. Anyway, if you like Hyperchange, definitely check out our Patreon page. Consider supporting there. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.